Assalamu alaikum. I hope so you are doing fine. I'm Dr. Muhammad Ali Rabbani and I am here with the final installment of four lectures on embryonic period, week 3 to week 8, in which we will discuss the age estimation, the homeobox proteins or the homeobox genes making the segmental arrangements, and we will review quickly the external changes. Some of it we have discussed with the previous sessions, some of them will be new to you, and I hope so this will be beneficial. This is a part of lecture series on general embryology uh, as a whole, and that is part of anatomy, physiology, biochemistry that we are compiling for the first year MBBS. To explore our pages or do contact us personally. All our pages are by the name of Medicos Academics. You will see this logo. So do explore, do let us know. I'll be glad to help. Thank you so much. So for starting topics, by you should be able to describe the external changes of embryo during second week of month, including limb development, age estimation, explain the role of homeobox gene in patterning, and these are the things that we're going to look forward to. Embryonic age. For the end of a fourth week, so roughly first month. So the main thing that is helpful in the last week or last 2 weeks of the first month is basically the somites. You have a very specific number of somites for each day. So you have for each day you start getting somites from day 20 onwards, and you get three added until you get to about for in the week in the following weeks you get to up to 40 to 50, 44 to 42 to 44 somites ultimately. So if you do an ultrasound, you count 20 somites, you get roughly you are in 25 days of growth. So somite growth is a very reliable thing, especially in the early periods before and until end of week 4. In the second month, in the embryonic period itself, somite counting becomes difficult because they're relatively now small and they're very much in number. And crown-rump length, the height from the vertex of the skull all the way to the buttocks midpoint. So that is a very good measurement if the fetus is healthy. So in each week you get a rough age millimeters. You can get, if this is the length, about 17 to 22 millimeters, so we're roughly in the week 7. So for those people who are unsure of their LMP, who do not know their LMP or gestational age, so this can be very helpful. If you go further from the embryonic age, there are other things. You don't get as accurate a description as we did in this particular stage, but we get an idea from femur length, from biparietal diameter, from abdominal circumflex. So other such things are done that are helping it. So the overall, the bigger picture, what is happening in the week 2, sorry, month 2, that is the embryonic period, week 3 to week 8, is basically there is a massive head growth going on. You will get the formation of face in the typical shape that you find, the eyes, the ears, the nose development, the limbs that come of development. So let's give a small example of limbs. So you get in a fifth week, you get pedal shaped limb appear in the part of brachial plexus that is going to supply upper limb, that is C5 to T1. You get upper limb bud, and in the lumbosacral region you get lower limb bud, and the upper limb one comes first, then the lower limb bud, and then it becomes flat, then it becomes constrictions to form different between hand, the forearm, the arm area, then grooves start to appear to separate the fingers, and overall it goes ahead as compared to the lower limb. This particular period is very sensitive for any injury. This is called teratogenesis. So this is due to alcohol, radiation, drugs, infection. So this is a very much uh, vulnerable period, and this during period causes gross structural and changes. Mothers usually do not realize, not usually, at least mothers who are not actively looking for it may not realize that pregnant during those days, because the first missed period is after 2 weeks of conception, after 2 weeks of fertilization, and if you wake a week or two after a missed period and you get to week 3, week 4, and so this is the time where the mother is not very sensitized to take care of herself regarding this, and also this is the time where she is very vulnerable. So this is a very vulnerable time. Regarding the development, so this during this time the body, which segment from head region to toe region, how the body knows which region is it and which region is to be developed, and how the body differentiate between different parts. So here comes in play homeobox genes. This is a specific DNA sequence, the blueprint that determines it, that is called the homeobox genes, and there is a protein part that binds to DNA, activating, deactivating it, that is called homeodomain. So it acts as a transcription factors and master switch that activates the genes. And this is the one that regulates the anteroposterior axis, which thing is anterior, which is posterior, and where each segment ends and the next segment starts. So they are done here. So they are arranged into domain homeotic clusters. This was first studied in Drosophila fly, and after studying in human, this cluster was called this cluster C, and four clusters in humans are mentioned A, B, C, D, and for each of them there are 13 genes, homeobox A 1 to 13, and all the way from B, C, D all have 1 to 13 genes, and the same number gene on different cluster like A4 and B4, these are called paralogous groups because they have more or less similar or repetitive or redundant function. So they are arranged physical order of gene on a chromosome matches the expression in the body. So at the three end of the chromosome will be the gene that is going to make the cranial placed area. The at the five end there will be the gene that is going to make the caudally placed area. So as head area develops first, so those genes will be expressed first. The tail area develops last, so those will be developed last. So basically, this is the code of overlapping expression, and this is maintained by retinoic acid regulation. And so retinoic acid helps in the development of head end. It helps in the development of genes at that three end. And the evidence was gathered by knockout mice where particular gene was removed, and we saw that which structure was not formed. So neck vertebra acting as the chest vertebra. So these things were there. So this is how get this is picture from Langman's embryology. You get A to D. So these genes will be responsible for head region, as you can see in the purple, and all the way these regions will be responsible for tail region. So they have overlapping expression, and they get an idea. Maybe as undergraduate level, you get a very small question like which genes are responsible for anteroposterior axis development, homeobox genes. They have five domains, four domains. The C end is the head on cranial end. The retinoic acid is helping in the cranial end. So simple questions like that. That's about that. With that, let us summarize the key embryonic periods, the key embryonic events that are occurring in week 3 to week 8 duration. This is a table that I borrowed from Langman's embryology for different time periods. Through the Langman, mostly I've taken pictures from Langman. I have tried to link each of these topics with the images. So let's quickly summarize. So week 3 starts after day 14. Day 14 and mark the end of day week 2. So you get week 3. So what is happening in the beginning of week 3? You're getting primitive streak. That is the major event that is occurring here. Then as when day 16, 17, 18 arrive, you get lengthening of the primitive plate. The notochordal process is developing. The notochordal is this developing neural plate. Notochord different events, neuroenteric canal, and these things are occurring here. And you get the hematopoietic stem cells developing here too. Okay, so hematopoietic stem cells are occurring in first arising here too. Then by the end, coming to the end of the week 3, about 19-20 days, you are getting intraembryonic mesoderm that is spreading out. Primitive streak continues. Umbilical vessels are being formed. Blood vessels have reached chorionic place. Umbilical vessels are starting to be formed. You get neural plate, neural fold starts a little. Then you get the end of week 3, day 20, day 21. Cranial neurofolds elevate, deep neural groove is there, embryo begins to bend in the craniocaudal sequence. So all of these things that we studied separately actually are occurring all at the same time. So their timelines overlap. Then day 22, 23, the neural tube is starting to fuse and started to fuse in the cervical region in the somite 5. And then you have cranial and caudal neuropores that are very open. Pharyngeal arches at the same time are started to develop. First and second arch. Heart tube is developing at this point. Then you come to day 24, 25, and day 25 will mark the closing of the anterior neuropore. At the same time, the folding is underway. From the straight, you get to C shape, you get to a C shaped fetus. And at this time, the otic placode, the lens placode, these placodes are started to appear. Lens placode is also called optic placode. Then as the time goes on, you get day 28, day 26, 27, 28. At this time, you get closure of posterior neuropore to very much C shape is very much prominent. The limb buds start to appear at the time of posterior neuropore closure. Visceral arches develop more. The third, fourth one comes into mind, into appearance. So this is the actual picture on this day. This picture is from Keith Helmors. Then you get to beginning of next week. That is week. You have ended week. You're ending week 4 actually. At day 28 you are ending week 4 and week 5 is starting. You get to this many somite stage and visceral arches fourth one will form. Now after how many days? Upper limb bud appeared here. Upper limb bud appeared here 26 27 days. After 2 days the lower limb bud, 2 to 3 days, but after that hind limb bud appears. Lens otic placode became otic vesicle. It becomes like a bubble and went inside. Otic lens placode is there. This is the C shape, prominent C shape. This is the lens placode. This is the otic placode. There are the pharyngeal arches. Here is the heart tube that is forming. Here is the C shape, somites, and the back and the neural tube is there. And this is the this is the picture from the side, and this is the picture from the front. That all the same things. The head region, the here is the heart, and here is the tail region, and here is a so much big yolk sac is still there. With time, yolk sac will regress. Limb buds will be there too. Let's look at the limb buds. Not very prominent. Here is the limb bud. The upper limb bud is right here somewhere. This one, and lower limb bud will be somewhere here. Not very clear in this particular picture. Very clear in the next one. Um, Going to the end of week 5, day 31 to 35, forelimbs are very prominently paddle shaped. Forelimb, hind limb, and now you get these the fringe face begin to take shapes. You have this area, this will become nose, this area will become forehead, this area will become mouth, this will become lower lip, here you will get upper lip. So you get frontonasal prominences, maxillary prominences, mandibular prominences, and this is the area of the next arches. So it becomes more C-shape. This you get this umbilical stalk, this connecting stalk that is here now. This is the hard bulge here, and then now as you can see, the embryo is getting more and more in a human-like shape. You are starting the next week. After this, you are starting the 6th week, the weekday 36 to 42 days, and you get rays. This was petal shape, and you might be able to appreciate this small black lines. These are the parts where the epithelium will go flat, and you will get flattened areas between fingers, and you will get separating fingers. The brain vesicles become prominent, and they divide into forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. They further get divided. The external ear begins to form somewhere here. You see here the external layer will begin to form, like here this area will become the auricle, your pinna will begin to form. This face become more like human. This is coming more near the midline. The eye area, the nasal pit area, the medial lateral nasal prominences, the external auditory meters, things are there coming here. At this time, the intestine comes out into the umbilical cord. As you see this is the umbilical cord, and this has become swollen up. The intestine is growing so fast that it does not have any space in the abdominal cavity, so it herniates out into the umbilical cord. So this is called normal umbilical herniation. It starts in the week 6, it goes all the way till week 10. So this is the umbilical herniation. And then week 7 comes on day 43 to 49. As you can see, the retina becomes visible, the eye has become black, it has become very prominent. You can very well see the differences in the digits. The hand and foot digits, their rays become prominent, the digital rays are separated, the nipples are there, the eyelids are there. I have seen my examiner giving the questions of eyelids appearance. So maxillary prominence, you can see these swellings that were coming near the midline, they almost fuse. The upper limb is now formed, the nostrils are here, the eyelids are here, the eyes is there. So it is coming more and more like the shape we are accustomed to. So maxillary swellings are fusing with medial nasal swellings, and umbilical herniation is still prominent. And last but not the least, for this coming to the end, we get the week 8 for day 50 to day 56. So the limb is now lengthening, you get longer limbs. The elbow and knee joints, they become prominent. You get differentiate between hand, forearm, you can differentiate between foot, leg, thigh, in knees, finger, toes. They become free. Face become more human-like. Tail disappears. Up till now, the lower end was more tail-like, but as you can see in the each coming picture, you get tail reduced and reduced until you get this picture. So umbilical herniation, it persists till third month, persists till week 3. But as you can see now, this is the appearance that we are familiar with. This is the appearance. We get head, two eyes, nose, mouth, ears, hand, fingers, elbow, wrist joints. So these are the things that we are very familiar with. With that, we close the topic of embryonic period. I hope so it was helpful for you. For any questions that you might have, or any queries that you might need to ask, or any suggestions that you want to give, please mention in the comment below. Do follow us on our social media handles: Facebook, Instagram by the Medicos Academics, YouTube page for Medicos Academics, or you may contact us personally. So we have all the arranged lectures on anatomy, physio, biochem, patho, especially for now focusing on first year MBBS, but we have material on the next years too. But we are trying to consolidate it from ground up. And if you are even interested in condensed lecture for part 1 examination or entrance level examination, that is available for with us too. Thank you so much. Hoping to see you in the next. Till then, Allah Hafiz.